This is the Bebop Debuffer build guide. I'm going to go over first the items, how and why these items are the best. Then I'm going to explain how Bebop works and how his skills and combos all interact. And finally, this is why the video is so long, a full game with live commentary, not a VOD, not cherry-picked footage, no. A full, uninterrupted gameplay video. As I play the game, I'm going to be explaining the hows, the whys, everything going through my mind, and why the things that I'm doing work. Let's get into it. A few disclaimers. Bebop is not a solo carry. You're not going to 1v6 the whole team like you are with Haze or Infernus. If your team is asleep at the wheel, you can't make plays. No matter how good you are as Bebop, if your team is absolute garbage and it's a forced 50 match where it's your turn to lose, there's nothing you can do. And then finally, this build, it has a lot of tempo loss early on, but it will sprint you ahead once you get the specific items. So you just have to survive and play safe until you get those items. It is a little bit boring in the very early parts of the game, but again, once we get these items, you're going to be the Souls leader of the entire lobby. Now, before we get into the items and why we're buying these items in this specific order, if you want to copy this build for yourself, click this Browse Builds button, click this public tab here, type in the word Swole and push enter, and you'll see the Swole Benji YT Debuffer Bebop build guide. Click that heart icon, it'll show up in your favorites. When you have this selected, you can see it in-game. You buy it left to right, top to bottom, it's as simple as that, and it has an ability point order, so you know what skills to learn first, and what skills to upgrade first, which the game will pop up and tell you as you play, so it's highly recommended that you do this. So let's explain and talk about the items. The very first thing we're buying is Basic Magazine, because early on, you're not going to be too wounded if you're not terrible at the game, and you're going to want more damage and ammo so that you can last hit easier, you can push the lane easier, and you should be somewhat pushing the lane a little bit. Don't rely on enemies to walk up to you. As Bebop, they're going to sit back very safe, unless they're brand new to the game, in which case you automatically win your lane with this guide anyway. Next up is Sprint Boots for that health regeneration, and the base percent health, very important early on to get green items so that you survive your lane phase. Enchanter's Barrier. This item is how you survive against Geists and other enemies with very deadly, painful, constant spirit skill shots. This item negates that. This also negates them ulting you as soon as they get 3,000 souls and destroying you. Even if you were to have a mirror match with yourself, you wouldn't be able to kill the mirrored version of you that has this, because 300 spirit shield health is a lot of health for spirit damage, and it regenerates every 30 seconds to a minute, so you're basically unkillable with spirit damage at this point moving forward. We also use this for cooldown reduction early on, but it's also just there for that base percent health. Now, then we get Enduring Speed. It's important to have move speed so that you can move between jungles, dodge around creeps, and reposition yourself. And the thing with Bebop, I'm going to explain how he works later, but his weapon's a little different. You have to, cock it, so to speak, before you can fire, kinda, sorta, and being able to move quickly is very paramount to reducing the damage that you're taking from the enemy's harass. Next up is Tesla Bullets, and these next three buys are when the tempo slows way down. Your enemy's going to outpace you on items here, and it can be a little risky, and you might even lose your tower, and that's totally fine. But as soon as you get these three items, you're going to speed ahead of everybody, and you're delaying your tempo, which tempo in this game, in a MOBA game, is how you're flowing between items and power compared to the enemy. So you're going to be a little underpowered at this point, but you will have your ultimate as a oh crap button to hit that will fully heal you, keep you in lane, and if you have a 1v2, like if you're in a solo lane, you ult, and now the 1v2 is now balanced for just a little bit. It'll buy you some time. But Tesla Bullets is one of the best things you can get for Bebop because of how his weapon works. And it massively allows you to clear creep waves fast. It lets you jungle insanely fast. Mystic Vulnerability increases the power of all your spirit damage, especially your ult, but also your Tesla Bullets. Early on, Mystic Vulnerability is the biggest damage boost to your Tesla Bullets, and these things bounce around, they help you farm. You're going to really notice a farm speed increase with just these two items. Then we have Ricochet. Again, you're going to have to save up for this early on. It's a big buy. It's an expensive buy. You're going to have to play safe. You're going to have to just ult the enemy team whenever there's a team fight and then go back to farming. You are a jungler and a farmer first and foremost right now as this build. But once you unlock Ricochet, it's over. No more lanes can be pushed. You can infinitely defend Spirit Walkers with your ult and just left-clicking the enemy creep wave. The enemy team is going to take tons of damage because it's going to ricochet. It's also going to ricochet Teslas, which will ricochet. It gets really, really nutty with just these first items. And you can get all this in like the first 12 to 15 minutes, depending how well you're doing. You can actually get this in 10 minutes if you're just like 8-0 in your lane. It's really nuts. Now, Titanic Magazine, we absolutely need this to hold left click longer. It also gives us much needed bullet resist, which we're going to need early on. And also, just to note, just in case you're wondering, Bebop is naturally resistant to bullets by 10%. So just keep that in mind. Now, next up is Majestic Leap, and this has two purposes. This lets us go airborne, and when we ult, we float. I'm going to talk more about this in a bit. But also, if you use Majestic Leap properly, it is a huge movement speed boost. So the way you do it is you push your Majestic Leap, face where you want to go, push it again, and immediately jump. And you will keep that forward momentum. And that allows you to zip around the map, farm lanes, farm jungles, save Spirit Walkers. That's your job right now. You save the Spirit Walkers. You don't split push, you just save lanes, you jungle, and you farm the hell up. And so this, once you have this, you control the map. You control the whole map with this. Now it's time to become insanely useful, daring team fights, and become an absolute monster of a character to deal with. And so, our first buy is Mystic Reverb. Why? Because whenever you're going to bind this to your ultimate, by the way. And the reason why is it's going to constantly apply that 40% movement slow, which means when you ult someone, it's really hard for them to get away. And the damage you'll be dealing with Mystic Reverb and Mystic Vulnerability, it's pretty high. It's not as high as it could be, but you're more about holding the enemy down with your lasers. That's what this whole build is about, is speed farming and holding enemies down with your lasers so your team can swoop in and murder them. And we get pretty powerful later on, but right now, just having this and you ult the enemy team, you win. As long as your team is not asleep at the wheel or doing absolutely terrible, or you're in a forced 50 match, which means matchmaking says you won too much. Time to lose, and that is true. Just look at MMRs and ratings. You'll know it whenever you get a game with like someone that's brand new to a character and they have like 10k farm at 40 minutes in. Yeah, you know you're in a forced 50 game. Next up is Suppressor. This lowers fire rate, but builds into Mystic Slow, which lowers movement speed. These stack. They stack, they're not additive. It's, there is a bit of a movement speed loss, but you want to slow the enemy down as much as possible to the point where even if they're running boots, and almost everyone runs boots at mid and high MMR because of these builds, you're still going to slow them enough so that your enemy team, regardless of how good they aim or how good they can hit skill shots, will have the best chance possible of killing an enemy. Escalating Exposure is a huge, massive, super damage boost, and so that's why we get this thing right away, and it is pretty nutty here. So again, Mystic Vulnerability is what builds into this, but Escalating Exposure is the strongest item you can get right now that gives you the most damage with not only your Tesla bullets, which Tesla bullets bounce around with Ricochet, adding Escalating Exposure stacks, but also your ultimate. Then we have improved cooldown into superior cooldown so that we can ult more often. And then the rest of the build here is to absolutely slow down and debuff and deal as much disruption to the enemy with our left click laser. So Toxic Bullets is going to bleed, like these are all bouncing around, by the way, with Ricochet. And Toxic Bullets, you just hold left click for a few seconds on the enemy creep wave, which the enemy heroes happen to be standing near. Now the enemy team is debuffed with healing reduction, which is super important at high MMR. That's why it's in the build. You are the team's basic healing reduction specialist. But also, they're going to be bleeding and taking lots of damage per second just for standing too close to their creep wave, or you're going to be shooting them from max distance away, applying bleed constantly. Then you have slowing bullets. They're all going to be slowed from your laser, your left click. Lucky Shot is another slow, also lots of damage. You're going to be able to melt most, if you get this early enough, if you're like ahead on your farm, and you're doing well, and your ults are killing people, and your team is pushing objectives, you're going to have this earlier than people can handle it, and so your left click just wins a 1v1. You win brawls against everything but like a really tanky, Abrams. Like, the only thing you can't really kill right now is an Abrams, but you can slow Abrams down so much that your team can run up and kill him. And so, yeah, Abrams is a little bit busted right now. He's a little bit overtuned. After that, we have Inhibitor, and what this is going to do is not only it's going to debuff the whole enemy team, as long as they're standing next to each other with the damage penalty, you know, it also makes them even slower. And then you have Diviner's Kevlar. This is for cooldown reduction and tankiness, because at this point, when you ult in the sky, the enemy might just focus fire you and try to kill you. Hopefully you're ulting far enough away so there's damage fall off, but you never know if there's like a Grey Talon and other sniper-based heroes. This saves you. All right, then we have Solar Rebirth, because eventually you're going to die, and you want to come right back and just lay on the punishment and keep debuffing the enemies. But also, it's cooldown reduction. Then we have Silencer, which builds off of slowing bullets. You push your silence button. So here's what's happening. With your left click, you're slowing the enemies as much as possible. You're debuffing them with inhibitors so they deal less damage. They're all silenced now the entire time you're shooting, which you're infinitely shooting thanks to Titanic Magazine. And so the enemy just can't do much at all. Like, they can't fight back, they can't run away because they're too slow, and they can't cast spells or movement abilities. And yeah, this is the, yeah, you're basically screwed. You know, as soon as you pop this, your team rolls in, cleans up, you're good to go. And then your final flex slot is just Boundless Spirit, because it gives spirit power for more laser damage. It gives you health, weapon damage, and sprint speed. It's just a filler item. That's why we don't even build into extra spirit, because it wastes a slot that we desperately need for these items, which are more useful. So again, this is your final buy at your 4th flex slot. Don't even start buying the, like, if you have 4 flex slots, go ahead and buy extra spirit. You can, but on high MMR, you don't just get 4 flex slots right off the bat. You won't tend to only get this 40 to 50 minutes into the game if it's a close match. So that's the item build. Let's explain the skill order now. And so the skill order, you're going to first learn Hook. The very first thing, you want to be able to hook the enemy, drag them to your tower, and disrupt them, because as soon as they get hooked, what is their instinctive thing to do? Either parry or run away. And we're not a melee build like the other Bebops, so we just laser them in the face. Alright, next up, you're going to learn Sticky Bomb, because if you land a hook, you get a free Sticky Bomb. And also, Sticky Bomb can be used to clear creep waves if you need to, but preferably not. You know, as our build, we don't really use Sticky Bomb other than to speed up our jungle and to harass the enemy if we get a grab. Then we learn Exploding Uppercut, which we're not going to use much. You can Sticky Bomb a creep, uppercut them. I'm going to explain and show more of this later. You can also just follow up with your grab, Sticky Bomb combo with an uppercut, so while they're airborne, you laser them. You can also angle it so you're uppercutting them into your tower. Finally, we learn Hyperbeam, because you can't learn your ult until last. Now, upgrade order. Upgrade order is very important. We upgrade Hyperbeam first. We save all of our upgrade points, and as soon as we learn Hyperbeam, we already have the plus 100 DPS unlocked, and soon after, you're going to get that 100% lifesteal on heroes and 33% on non-heroes. So what this does is, this is your heal. This is your mid-game lane heal. This also pushes the enemy back. Say you're 1v2 and they're trying to kill your tower, so they can start roaming and ganking. You say no to that, you ult them, they back off for a bit, and you fully heal. It's really nice. You can also jungle with this as soon as you learn it at 8 minutes on the big camp. If you have a lane partner and they're holding lane very well, you can bugger off and get, you know, 900 quick souls. So yeah, very, very good stuff. Next up, we're going to upgrade Hook 2 levels for that 30-meter cast range. Then we're going to upgrade Sticky Bomb 2 levels for that plus 80 damage, which will slightly speed up your jungle time. And then we will max out Hook, then max out Sticky Bomb, and finally your remaining points will be dumped into Exploding Uppercut, because we don't need anything that this gives. We don't need the cooldown reduction on it, because we don't use it for jungling or creep clear. We're staying far away in the back for team fights, and yeah, if we land a hook, we uppercut, of course, so they're popped in the air. But we don't need the double range and 60 weapon damage. That does nothing for us. We're a debuffer. We're not a bullet carry. And, you know, setting your hook cooldown to 0 lets you hook, uppercut, and then hook a second target, or hook the same target after he blows movement abilities, if you're good at your aim. I'm not generally good at my aim, so I don't rely on that too much. And the 100% bullets to your clip, we don't need that. We have Titanic Magazine early game. So, again, it's just a filler upgrade point. So that's the skill order. Let's go over how his skills actually work now. So Bebop's weapon is called the Humble Pie, and this is a laser beam. So if you hold left click, there is a wind-up time. You see this little circle in the middle of the screen that winds up? You cannot shoot immediately. You have to wait for that circle to fully load, and then you can shoot your laser. Now, what's interesting with the laser is you can hold right-click to pre-cock it, which zooms in your screen. And interesting enough, unlike other characters that have a right-click zoom, our movement speed is, we can't sprint while we do it. Okay, I guess we can. I guess they changed that. They absolutely changed that. But in some characters, they walk when they right-click zoom in, but we don't. We maintain that movement speed. So a lot of your lane phase is going to be spent zooming in on enemy creep waves so that you can instantly fire, right? And so when you need to deny the enemy, you're already cocked in, you're already ready to shoot. You just, you know, zip a line through the enemy's souls for that deny. And also, if you need the last hit, there you go, you're ready. You can get those last hits. Now, our weapon is bullet scan. It is not bullet drop. It is hit scan. So what does that mean if you don't know video game terminology? It means whatever you click on, you will immediately hit. There is no delay. There is zero delay. And while there technically is a bullet velocity, it's like 500. It doesn't matter. It's too high to matter, right? So as soon as I click, damage is received by the enemy thanks to hit scan. And that makes farming souls incredibly easy. It makes denying souls incredibly easy. And because it's a laser, you can pre-fire it. So you also have to be close enough to do it. You can see here, I can't hit these lasers because I am too far away. You have limited range with your laser. So don't worry about this 51-meter fall off. You can't rely on that number. But once you're close enough, you can just tap the souls, or you can hold your laser down so that as soon as the souls appear, you just move on top of it, and that will allow you to deny and secure your creep farm. It's very powerful later on. It is constant, and when you have full build, you will have plenty of ammo. And because you're jungling in this game, I'm having you play as a jungler early mid game. Okay, let me get my flex slots unlocked here real quick. Okay, there we go. And by the way, for our items, we bind everything to our ultimate Hyperbeam. I forgot to mention superior cooldown, again, goes to Hyperbeam. Mystic Reverb goes to Hyperbeam. It's right here in the text. You can clearly read and see it. And, yeah, there we go. Also, I gotta sell, whatchamacallit, Enchanter's Barrier. There we go. Alright, so yeah, that's the build. We got full build. Let's get max level there. And you can see here that we have 189 bullets standard. But because you'll be jungling, and you just cut through boxes with a little swipe, by the way, you're going to get ammo crates, and these things are going to massively increase your ammo count. It doesn't look like any of these have ammo in them, though. Okay, 6% ammo. We go from 189 to 193 in a single upgrade. And, you know, like 30-40 minutes in, you're going to have well over 200 shots. But you can see here that we just hold left click, we're debuffing the enemy, we're dealing massive damage, and this is going to ricochet between all of the enemies. And yeah, so when you're farming jungle and farming creep waves, you instantly clear the creep wave, you instantly clear the jungles. It is insanely overpowered. We can melt towers too with it, and yeah, it's pretty nutty. If the enemy team rolls up, they're perma-slowed. The slow that we have is so insanely good. So let's just rail on over to the running guy here real quick. Alright, so you can see here, this guy's running left to right, and this is without boots, but even with boots, look how much we slow him down. Like, he literally can't move anymore. He can't escape, he can't run away. And so he's also debuffed, he's bleeding, he's getting, you know, emasculated, or what is it, not emasculating, escalating exposure. We're not demasculating the players here, right? But yeah, they literally can't move, they can't fight back. If they do fight back, we're tanky as hell. With we don't have the highest resist, but we have a lot of health, and so if they do fight back, they're doing reduced damage. You can literally like beam a haze, and she ults you, and you can back off while you beam her, or you can roll away and beam her, and she can't follow up, she can't kill you, and you can always just uppercut her away as you beam her. And you're going to walk outside of her ult range and you'll be just perfectly fine. Even though we're not the tankiest of tanks, we have innate tankiness and a lot of health, and so we're pretty damn good with that. But that's Bebop's weapon. It does have limited range, so you got to just kind of work around that, unfortunately. But it's something you get used to. You're going to have to get used to right-clicking so that you're cocked and ready to go so you can fire immediately, because if you're not holding your right-click, you have to do this kind of load animation, and that's going to make you miss last hits, just like I did there. So just be wary of that your field of vision is limited when you do this, which sucks. I wish you could turn off the zoom in, just to always be running around cocked. I don't agree with this mechanic at all. It sucks. Maybe they'll change it, but we'll see what happens. So your one ability is Exploding Uppercut. This deals melee damage. It sends the enemy flying back. It also does area damage upon landing. So you're going to see he gets knocked up. There's like a big poof of smoke with a red line that pops out. This does area damage to enemies. So let's spawn an Infernus enemy, and he got spawned underground. Okay, there he is. All right, good job. He fell underneath the map for a sec. So when he lands, it deals area damage. We don't build for this, and we don't utilize this, but it's just something to be aware of, that when you're farming a creep wave, you can uppercut a creep into other creeps, and that will AoE deal damage. We don't need that, though, but here's a demonstration. So I uppercut this guy, he flies over there, and we killed that minion behind that ring there. But yeah, it's pretty basic stuff, just uppercut things. What I like to do is, if I'm playing defensive and I'm near my tower, I like to try to like roll behind or maneuver behind the enemy hero and uppercut them into the tower or Spirit Walker, and that causes problems for them. So again, when it pops an enemy hero up, they're airborne and they're forced to kind of float there while you just kind of shoot them, right? So there you go. Also, the ricochet killed the Infernus there. But yeah, that's basically exploding uppercut. There's not a whole lot to it. You know, used to where you aim the uppercut as the angle, and well, maybe they brought it back. I aimed down and uppercutted, and this guy barely floated, so maybe they did bring it back. Let's aim up high and see if he floats for longer. I didn't think they brought this back, but apparently they did. Okay, we're back, boys. So again, aiming up allows you to pop them up in the air longer, just like that. So you definitely want to be aiming up. If you aim down, they won't be airborne as long. Good to know, I guess. I'm surprised they brought this back. I haven't been using this in my latest games. So Sticky Bomb is our big AoE Spirit Explosion, and this thing has a very limited range of 7 meters. So you can see here's the 5 meter line, 6, 7, it'll be about right here-ish. And you just spam this if you want to approach the enemy and apply one. There we go. It puts a bomb on them, and at max rank, this disarms the enemy for 3.5 seconds. So anytime you hook someone, and I'm going to talk about hook in a bit, you just automatically get your your Sticky Bomb if you're mashing the button, and then we uppercut them. And that's the basic combo, right? Deals spirit damage, knocks them up, knocks them away. People really panic when they get hit by this in lower MMR matches, especially when they're grabbed. It's just a huge panic reflex. But you definitely want to be using Sticky Bomb as much as you can, and the more you use this on enemy heroes, it stacks up a permanent damage buff, which we don't really use in this build. We don't really worry about stacking this thing up. For me, it's unreliable in mid and high MMR to try to rely on stacking this thing. I know, like, oh, the pro gamer esport dorks can manage to do it, and they build all around it. But they're also pre-teaming in a Discord with shot callers, and they're all coordinated where you're a solo queue player. You try to run up and put a Sticky Bomb on someone. They just turn around and kill you, or harass you, or displace you, or punish you for getting too close. And if you're not landing hooks, then you're not Sticky Bombing anyway. And for a solo player that's not in an esports team with a Discord full of sweatlords, I think that you shouldn't really rely on Sticky Bomb or build around this skill. But yeah, that's how it works. And you can also cast it on yourself. For me, I have left shift, which is also my crouch and slide key. I have that bound so that I could do slide Sticky Bombs. I mean, we could like slide Sticky Bomb ourselves, and that's just kind of how I play with it. So you'll see me during the live gameplay demonstration when I'm doing the jungle. What I'll do is I'll cast this on myself, slide into the jungle, and start fighting them, and then the Sticky Bomb explodes, dealing extra damage to the jungles. Also, since when have they left blood piles? That's new. I don't remember jungles ever bleeding. That's really, really weird, but okay. Or maybe I'm just noticing things today. Odd. But yeah, Sticky Bomb, that's how it works. Some people build around it where they refresh their cooldown so they can put 2 in at a time. But, again, even if you stack this up massively all the way, it doesn't deal that much damage compared to actual spirit carries, so I don't see the point. I think it's just extra work for not as much fun or utility or worth. But also, when you die, you lose 2 stacks. So 1 stack is 3% damage. You'll see I'm going to go from +6 to +9. There we go. And if I die, I would lose 6. So let's die real quick. Kill hero. Blech. Alright, so see that brought me down to +3. That sucks. Alright, but again, just don't die as Bebop. And with this build, you won't be dying much. I mean, everyone's going to die at some point. That's just how life works. But you're basically a backliner slow debuffer, and you're going to be flying in the sky anyway and shooting death lasers. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for Sticky Bomb. Let's talk about Hook. So early game, you won't have a lot of range on Hook, so you're not, like, if you're standing on the middle bridge, controlling mid, and you try to hook someone that is, like, around the length of this sign here, like, they have a little sign that they hide behind, so if you're trying to hook them around there, it won't reach. You'll have to do a forward rolling, like, dash jump in order to grab them. But if they do, like, run up and try to, like, melee a creep wave, which some people do, or if they try to run up, like, say you're on defense and you're at your tower, and they're trying to poke their head up above the stairs and you know, deny you, you just grab their face, you only come into your tower, do your combo with Sticky Bomb Uppercut, and the tower is going to beat their butthole. It's going to give them a spanking, alright? But Hook is... it's going to fire where you are. It doesn't, like, follow your body's momentum. So if I hook... You can see here that even though I'm aiming to the left of the character now, I was still able to hook them, right? And so you can do a lot of crazy things with Hook, especially with, like, your Majestic Leap. So if I Majestic Leap Hook, you can see here, I hit the wrong button. Wow, embarrassing. Let's try that again. I'm used to a different game with a hook mechanic. So you can see here that I hooked and I'm in the air, so it pulls us to our current location. But another interesting thing with Hook is you can kind of angle people better. So instead of hooking him like this, I'm going to hook and turn this way. And we pulled him slightly further away than he normally would have been pulled. Whereas if I hook him and just keep facing forward, he's going to be put in front of me. But if I hook him and face a different direction, like onto my right here, I can pull him to my right. You can't pull him like completely behind you. You used to be able to do this, but it doesn't work anymore. It'll just put them in front of you kind of closer. So there's a few things you can do with that too, but it's better if you do like a 90-degree turn and kind of pull them like that, because that's basically perpendicular to you, and that makes them as far away from their safety zone as possible. So that's Hook, and there's a lot of weird things too. Like if you're a scripter or some sort of esports sweatlord, you can face away, you can Majestic Leap, and then spin 180 and then hook. My sensitivity is too low to reliably do that, but I mean, that kind of works, but like it's not exactly like how I was planning to do it. Like essentially, if you script it, or if you're really high sensitivity, then you would Majestic Leap backwards, immediately 180 spin, grab. That way that they're airborne whenever you grab them, right? And then you can uppercut them for even more airborneness, which I missed. But you get the idea. Like it's hard to pull off, but it's something you can absolutely do. Another thing to note with Hook is that you can grab allies. And in team fights, if you're sitting in the back and trying to make a grab and an ally walks in front of you, you're going to have grabbed your ally, which cancels their abilities, their momentum, and they're going to get a little pissy at you for it. Also, as a grief tool, you can totally just Majestic Dash into the enemy's team's tower, grab your lane mate, and then watch them roasty toasty. But they will hardware ban you for griefing currently in this game, so don't grief. Unless you have, like, multiple devices or something. I wouldn't recommend it. I think this game's going to be pretty big, and so it'd be a shame to get hardware banned this early on. But I just want you to be aware, you know, in case you have a friend, you know, that likes to grief, like me. I'm your friend, I like to grief. But I won't grief in this game, I'm too scared of the hardware bans. Anyway, let's talk about your ultimate. So here is how Hyperbeam works. Whenever you fire it off, it shoots a straight purple laser beam. Very cool looking. And this thing has as much range as you can essentially see, for the most part. And it allows you to just follow enemies around. Now, you do have a slower turning speed when you cast this thing, right? So say the enemy is behind me, well, to turn around and zap them, this is how long it takes. Oh boy. Now, interesting enough, there is an AoE wherever we're pointing it, so we just have to hit the enemy on the edge of the AoE, meaning that if they take cover behind something like this, you can still deal damage to them. So, they are not safe when they're like behind something like this. You simply point it like about right here, the explosion radius will tickle your feet, and you'll still take damage. So the cool thing about Hyperbeam is that when you cast it, you maintain whatever height you had. So if we're in the air and we cast it, we kind of hover, and you can move around too a little bit while you're in the air. And this thing, it deals massive damage. With our build, we're going to be slowing the enemy as much as possible so that they cannot escape or run away. Now, very early on, if you have a lane partner, or if you've really won your solo lane by 8 minutes, you can go do the big jungle camp, and you just ult the middle of the 3 enemies, and you will melt the jungle camp super fast, and that is a huge amount of souls that you can get very early on that no one else can. Well, I mean, there's a few characters that can, but the cool thing about your fully upgraded Hyperbeam is the lifesteal mechanic. So let's say you have like no HP left, and the enemy team is closing in. You ult them, and you just top yourself right back up very, very quickly. Very, very cool. Now, to note, if you want to know how much this slows, here's the running guy. We're just going to hover above him, Dragon Ball Z style. You know, dump our laser beam on him, and look how slow he gets. Also, I want to point out, how did I move there like that? I'm going to explain that, but look how slow the enemy is right now. They're not escaping this, right? So with Majestic Leap, if you Majestic Leap into the air and ult, you can use this item as you're ulting to fall. So let's say I ult this guy, and he runs around the corner to my right. Oh no! Well, I lost momentum there because I took too long to do it. So let's try that again, actually. So again, we jump, we ult. Oh no, he ran around the corner. I fast fall, and then I continue pursuit with the laser. And so this makes you insanely deadly. And I'm going to tell you right now, like, low MMR Bebops don't use this item, and they don't do this. And they don't follow this build. But if someone, you know, like, rolls around a corner and you pursue them, they're going to be out of stamina. They're going to be so slowed, they cannot escape. You're going to melt them. But essentially, the way you mainly play this is, say the team fight is right over here where the guy's running. You're going to try to get, like, on the rails so that you're up high. Jump off the rails, do Majestic Leap, ult. And so you have a nice aerial view of the enemies. And generally, you want to be above them, but not too close to them. Because if you're too close to them, they can crowd control you. Like, if I'm just, like, right here ulting, they can stun me, they can slap me around, and Abrams can grab my feet and throw me into a locker and bully me and dunk my head in the toilet. It's not fun. So you want to be high up. Also, if the enemy bullet carry is close enough, they just look up and shoot you, and then you die. And you don't want to do that, right? You want to make sure that you're far enough away so that the damage fall-off is in effect, and they can't shoot back at you. But we don't have damage fall-off with our laser beam. So, very, very important to do. Also, another thing that you can do besides using the rails, which is what I would recommend, you can set up an ambush like on a rooftop. And so when there's a team fight like about to happen right down here, you leap in, you're above the enemy team fight, and you're just dumping on them. And so you have all of this range before they can escape. Say they try to run into a building, you know, you fast fall in, you laser them inside the building that they ran into. So being on top of them is very, very important. Whereas if you're like super far away and you engage, they just round a corner. So like if I engage like right here, and then this guy like rolls into a building, well, I can try to pursue him, but I'm far away. If he rolled over here behind this corner, then there's nothing I can do, and my ult is now on cooldown. Now, thankfully, with full build, the cooldown on your ultimate is not that long. You will have this almost always up for team fights, and again, you can use this defensively and offensively. So I just ulted, and now I have 40 seconds until I can ult again, right? Pretty good stuff. I would not use this for lane clear, as our left click does a very good job of lane clearing, so never ult for lane clear unless it's really, really early game and you're getting 2v1'd under a tower. If you need to heal, then absolutely use this. But when you just be aware, if you use this and the enemy is close to you, like if we're having a little duel and I ult like right here in this guy's face on the ground, all he has to do is roll behind me, and by the time I spin around to try to hit him with it, he's gonna roll behind me again, and I'm dead. So don't ult on the ground and like this. Now, if you're in a hallway or if you're in a teleporter, you can like run into a teleporter and then ult. And like anyone that tries to pursue you into the teleporter, like they're gonna get melted, right? And it's gonna keep you alive. So that can be a desperate escape if you want. There's just so many fun things too. Like another thing too is if you like say you're in a hallway, like you're in a hallway and they're outside and you hook them. Well, then you ult down the hallway, and they have to run all the way down the hall to escape your laser. So that's a good time to do it. But again, if they're smart and they know Bebop, they're just gonna roll behind you. So make sure your back's against the wall, because if your back is, let me get this guy out of the creep wave. All right, so if your back is against the wall, you can laser at your feet, and they can't get behind you. So this is how you indoors fight. You have to be against the wall. Just brace your back against the wall and then laser beam. And they'll be forced to flee, but because they're so slow, they can't. And if they do flee, you cancel your ult, you pursue, your left click will slow them down, and they literally can't escape. They literally can't get away from you. Now, while Hyperbeam does a lot of damage, I don't recommend that you use it to push objectives. Your left click is far, far superior with this build for taking down Spirit Walkers and towers than your ultimate is. Your ultimate is to heal yourself, to slow enemies in a team fight, especially if they're all bunched up or ready to rumble, right? And preferably, you're the initiator. Like, your team is, like, all lined up. Everyone's kind of duking it out. They're kind of slapping each other around at a distance. No one's really moved in yet. Well, then here's what you do. Let's say that the enemy team is over here, and my team's over here. They're ready to engage, but I'm not on the mini-map. They don't know where I'm at. So I pop out of, you know, a side lane like this, pop out like this, do the jump, and then I engage the enemy. And then my team runs in because they're like, oh shit, Bebop's ulted. And then they run in and clean up, and you're holding them down with your laser. You're basically a tractor beam robot. Your left click is a tractor beam that holds them and slows them down. Your ultimate also slows them down just as much, and they both deal tremendous AoE split damage. But our left click also bleeds and applies damage debuffing and a whole lot of other mess of things. And so this is why this build is called the Debuffer Bebop. So now that I've explained the skills and how they work and how you should utilize them, let's get into a live match. And what the hell? Why is Bebop leaned over like that? What the hell? I've never seen him do that. Weird. Anyway, let's get into a live match. Alright, this is the live commentary part of the video. I've had a 5-hour nap. I feel awake. No warm-up game at all. Old monitors from 2010. Lots of ghosting. My aim sucks, but Bebop is easy because he's a hit scan laser. So let's do this. Let's go. I'm in a solo lane against Viscous. I'm going to learn Hook first. Not that it's all that really useful against Viscous. Also, they added mist effects now. Like, they've really changed the graphics and made things darker and weirder. I don't know. I like the old look, but whatever. I just like a nice, clean game design. Anyway, harassing Viscous is pretty pointless here, so I'm just going to focus on farm. He is a pretty aggressive look, dude, it seems like right now. Did he try to body block the creep? I think he did. But anyway, we're just going to let the lane push a bit. Secure a couple kills. He's going to try to deny it, but I'm hit scanned, so I get priority. See if I can get a hook here. If he's like hyper aggressive. No, okay, didn't get it. Missed that last hit because my field of vision sucks. So yeah, off to a pretty crappy start. That's fine. Don't worry about it too much. Just farm up. He's at 301. I'm at 301. Let's see if we get that deny. Got it, actually. Very cool. He's going to try to get that deny. I got bomb now. Ooh, melt in that gooey viscous layer. And he's going to punch me for that. Right in my butthole. And throw some slime this way. And he's going to be firing goo. Is Viscous a male or a female? I think the body build is a male, but I don't know. Very feminine voice. It's a little odd. I mean, it's a pile of goo. Does they even have a gender, right? Like, are you meleeing over here, brother? Are you? Damn it! How did I miss that? I literally jerked my aim for it to land, but it didn't. All right, let's get basic mag, and we're not putting any upgrade points into anything. We're saving it for our ultimate. That way we can do some cheesy stuff with it later. But right now, we're just going to continue farming and continue trying to get those last hits, those denies. He's very melee happy, right? And so we can punish for that every single time, but depending on how he builds, it might be kind of pointless. So, let's take it slow, take it safe, take it easy. And again, we're still chunking his health a little bit with our laser, right? Get that deny, get that secure. And again, it's very easy with Bebop. Like, I'm not a pro or anything, okay? He's trying to deny with melee hits, and it's, see? I have hit scan. Oops. Oh, that's a big hit. That's a huge hit. He tried to melee me there, but that's why I saved my stamina. So I'm not rolling around like a maniac, and I'm not getting those grabs. I'm out of range. But they're still scary. You know, seeing a big hand fly at your face. Alright. Again, we're just farming. We're just safely farming. Just taking it easy. We're chilling. We're being chillin' on our tower. Viscous has pretty heavy, hard harass, especially when he lands that combo like he did earlier. Imagine if he landed that melee. So we get sprint boots next, and we're going to learn our uppercut move. So now, again, we're saving those upgrade points, and we're just going to farm. And we're going to get, the next thing will massively lower. Okay, we got a hook here. Let's hit him. He's going to cube. He did not cube that. Okay. Well, I guess he doesn't have cube learned yet. Am I ahead on souls? I'm at 1.7k. So he should have it by now. Like, he should have cube by now. I guess he... I mean, he went goo ball and he went goo punch, so there's the ball. There we go, got that deny. See if he tries to melee that. That'd be funny if he did. All right, where are you at, Buster? He's going back to buy. I don't have another buy yet, so a couple more minions though. One more minion wave R to do it. That hurts, but not for long. I have to actually back because the harass is very heavy. Damn it, I'm out of rage again. Ugh. Piss auto with the laser, little piss laser. All right, I think I'm gonna miss this last hit here, but I might get that denied. No, dude, I'm 60 away from next buy. That's 48. If he denies that, I don't get it. Okay, we got our next buy, and that's gonna basically halt the harassment he's doing, because it's gonna soak everything into the spirit shield and give us cooldown reduction and spirit damage, which you need. You actually, the next thing we buy, you have to have it if you want your ult to be able to solo the heavy camp. That's Enchanter's Barrier, plus 20 spirit shield power when you have spirit shield. So yeah, we need that again to do the jungle camp, but because we're a solo lane, I probably won't get to do it. All right, and Viscous is very pushy right here. You can see that I absorbed a lot of that with our item, and even more from that one. Like, our shield is already down to 91. It'll regenerate, right? It'll regenerate, but it's gonna soak a lot of the damage we would have taken to our life instead, which is what he's counting on. That's how he's building his items. Yeah, he's going melee and he's going spirit damage. So we just got ult here, and I just denied all of those. Okay, and we upgrade our ult 2 times. There we go. We're going to upgrade a 3rd time, so we're saving for that, so that we have the lifesteal, 100% lifesteal. Very, very powerful stuff. And now we're saving for enduring speed, which we're going to get after a few more creep kills here, giving us some more health and mobility and regeneration and everything good that we like. And so again, we're just going to passively farm. And after that, our tempo slows down a lot. It's about to get real slow here because we need 3,000 for our next buy, and that is Tesla bullets. Which, looking at his build, if he doesn't go tank, we can melt him with it. But again, we gotta farm 3k, and we have to survive that whole time, right? And so we're just gonna push the creep wave. I think he's backing, so I'm just not gonna secure right now. No, he's right there. Okay. So he's pretty melee heavy. I can still melt his HP a bit because again, he only has 1 green item. He's building melee, but we uppercut him away from us, so I don't know why he's doing that. Like, he's going some sort of weird melee Viscous build. I've never seen it before. Maybe it's some sort of new meta. I don't know. I've only ever seen one good Viscous player, and he was like pure spirit tank. And Missile G 1 out to DC. All right, so yeah, does that little pre-teamers, man. 1 sec. Anyway, looking at the souls, I'm at 4k. Viscous is at 3.8k, so we're not really up that much. The pocket is 4.4k with 5 kills. My team has kills as well. We're up 1 kill. We're up 1,000 souls. This is a pretty standard thing. I'm gonna try to unpause here. Yeah. So I did not unpause. I hit the wrong button. I hit O instead of P. Oops. Oh, they repausing. Saber Slayer. Okay. See, if I try to unpause, it'll can't unpause for 23 more seconds. So yeah, I want to keep on pause. I don't give a shit if they disconnect. Good for me, right? I am not a sportsman-like player. I'm not an esports player. I don't give a fuck about manners in a pixel video game. I care about the integrity of the video I'm filming, right? Because I know you don't want to look at a pause screen. So let's hit that P button. 4 seconds. All right. And hit that P button. There we go. I unpaused at that time. I took credit for that one. Go ahead and then pause it again. You got 3 more pauses, buckos. Like, let's do it. I mean, hey, if they DC, then go next. Whatever, right? Oh no, you hit me with the goo punch. Oh no. Oh, he's pushing. He's hyper pushing, man. He's like, I know I'm standing in goo right now. It's fine. It's okay. Doesn't hurt that bad. It's just a little sticky. And yeah, he's definitely hitting hard here, but you can see my spirit shield comes up in 47 seconds. And I'm gonna get another 300. That's like a 300 HP heal in 47 seconds, right? And again, we're reloading here. We're gonna get ready, get some last hits, get those denies. And yeah, that's how we're working this. We're just farming for Tesla shot. And it looks like their Grey Talon came back, so no need to keep pausing the game, right? Okay, and we're pushing up now. Viscous is, well, he did get that last hit, I guess. Yeah, I think he hit the wall, though, not because of me missing a shot or anything. And you can see, Viscous is also building some, he's a little tanky, too. Yeah, he's got 3 green items. So I'm probably not killing that. Like, I don't think I kill Viscous here, but you know, I could definitely push lanes once I get Tesla bullets, and so that's what we're working on right now. And we're just gonna sit here and hang out in the lane, and because he's pre-teaming with the Grey Talon or whatever, and then, or they're in a Discord or something, then most likely they're gonna rotate to my lane and push it out. By then I should have ult, hopefully the fully upgraded ult, and I can maintain it for just a little bit longer than normal. But yeah, we're just gonna kind of chill, and we're gonna get that freaking creep kill. I hate when they walk up to the tower and get meleeed. It sucks. Because the tower tries to steal your damn kills. 1,000 away from Tesla bullets. 8 minutes in. I would like to have Tesla bullets and Mystic vulnerability by 10, but I don't think that's happening. Not in this lane. I haven't farmed crates. Like, I have been behind on crates. I should be like going in here and busting crates, and yeah, getting souls that way too. And every 3 minutes, I just haven't done it. I haven't warmed up today. Again, first game, whatever. There we go. We got another upgrade point. And yeah, let's get some crates now. I don't know where Viscous went, so he's probably, no, he backed, maybe? He didn't back. He's not wounded, he shouldn't be backing. I don't know where he's at. Maybe he's jungling. So, again, we're just gonna, no, there he is. Is he gonna deny any of those? No. Get jar. Get this jar, maybe? Try to get this jar. Ooh, look at that. I'm dashing to that. Cooldown reduction, thanks. I now control the crates. There we go. We're 9 minutes 30 seconds. I do have Tesla bullets now, so let's just leave and get Tesla bullets. And how does he hold up against that? He's going full melee. What the hell? It's a little scary, but I just got to get ready for those parries. I got to get my F button warmed up. Push F to pay respects. All right, let's test our damage on this bad boy. Yeah, he's starting to take that spirit damage, huh? And again, as Bebop, Tesla bullets is so damn strong. There we go, we got our 5th upgrade point. Exactly at 10 minutes. So mid-boss arrived, 10 minutes in, we can get full denied now, which sucks. So we gotta be very vigilant with our last hits and our denies. If Viscous gets to go away for a bit, I can do the heavy jungle camp on the right, but because I'm a solo lane, it's pretty hard to do. Like, I can't do it when he's available, because you'll see me jungle and he'll counter jungle or steal the jungle. Put an upgrade point into Hook, because that's the next couple points. Let's see how much we melt him now. So he's dashing around for some reason. Why is he dashing around so much? The thing with melee builds is they regenerate a ton of health from meleeing. So they like have infinite lane sustain, especially if they're mobile. So like all this lane harass that I'm doing to him, he's already healed it back. But I kill the creep wave so fast with Tesla bullets that it doesn't really matter. Like, we also have Mystic Vulnerability we can go buy real quick, and that's going to give us more Spirit, and Resist, which we desperately need. So, but yeah, that's a pretty big damage increase. Alright, go ahead and melt these guys. Where is Viscous? Did he rotate? He did, he rotated green lane. Perfect. Good. So I could either take tower, or more importantly, I can take jungle. So this is mine, and yes, you may be thinking, why the hell are you ultimating the jungle? You're a really bad Bebop, I hate you. And it's like, no, dude, look at that farm. That's 750, rounded up. It's very good stuff. And yeah, it's more important that we get fed as a solo queue player, because I'm not a sweaty Discord, you know, pre-teamer. I am literally just a guy solo queuing. So not only did I win lane, I won the jungle. And what did Viscous get? Nothing. He didn't even get an assist. He got jack shit for roaming. Okay, he got nothing for that. And look at all the farm that I got. I mean, maybe they got a tower, but like he gave up his tower to get a tower, and lose jungle, and lose his own jungle, and his baby jungle, and his lane's still getting pushed. And now I can go do my jungle. I could do their Spirit Walker. I could probably just 100 to 0 it right now if I wanted to.
Like, my creep wave is already pushing really hard into it. But the money right now, because it's a risk, right? The money right now is doing my own jungle creeps here. So, again, now we're saving up for Ricochet. And Ricochet is 6,200, so we have to be very diligent with our farming, and we cannot relent or let up or, you know, get lazy with it. But we're going to get all these damn crates down here. We're going to get the medium jungles, which we can absolutely do with Tesla bullets and our grenade ability, or sticky bomb, I'm sorry. And they changed the jungles in here. They made it a little easier for them to find for newer players. Less confusing, twisty, windy hallways, I guess. But yeah, good stuff. Go ahead and blow that up. And let's rotate, get these souls while I poke this guy down. Alright, alright. And we have ultimate up for our next medium big jungle here. And you can see that 4,700 in. And yeah, my team's dying to a team fight, which we're not too much help yet. We can't slow the enemy down. The enemy will just reposition and then re-engage. So it's better that we farm. It's absolutely better that we get our farm up. And yes, again, my team is dying. It's fine. It happens. I'm solo queue. It happens in solo queue all the damn time. Don't beat yourself up. Don't let some jackass yell at you over voice and call you names because you're not being his little servant boy and holding left click while in his lane. Like, they shouldn't even be team fighting. They should be split pushing. They should be jungling. They should be securing, like, mid buffs and stuff. And they're not. So we're going to go back to yellow lane because that is ready to farm now. And yeah, it's attacking our tower. If the tower falls, it's fine. There's no one there to really push it. It's just the creep wave. And again, we killed the creep wave pretty much instantly like that. There is... Did he not realize I was here? What the hell is this? Okay, yeah, that's free. Oh. There's a Viscus here now, too. What are you doing, Viscus? Okay, there's too many. Leave. We just leave. Line of sight them. Turn around and ult them. I don't have ult, so I can't, so I'm just leaving. They can have that tower. They can totally have it. Nothing I can do. If I ulted them, they would have still taken it anyway. And hey, it's time for me to buy a Ricochet. Look at that. We got Ricochet in under 15 minutes. If you want to know if you're doing all right, doing average, Ricochet at 15 minutes. If it takes you longer than 15 minutes, like 17 minutes, that's still okay. Anything longer than 17 minutes, you're doing pretty bad. You got to practice your farming, your last hitting, your denials. Okay? But with Ricochet, you're not gonna see too much results on it yet, but it really adds up later, and it makes jungling so much more efficient and fast. And our next buy now is Titanic Magazine because our magazine capacity is still too low. You can see here that when we start attacking these things, these little creatures, that yeah, we blow them up. We killed the whole thing. We killed all the crates. We even have the mid buff here, so we can get a little bit more magazine capacity. And there we go, 141. So that's gonna help. Don't do Jar. Jar is nerfed. It's not nerfed. It's more difficult. Permabuffs, yes, we love permabuffs. No one got the slot machine. This is part of the jungle. You gotta clear it for them to respawn. Maybe the enemy did it to sabotage. They do that sometimes. It's kind of stupid to do. I'd rather just have the farm, but hey, you do you. If you don't think you're gonna get access to their jungle anytime soon. And I'm wasting stamina rolling. I should not do that. So yeah, bad. Alright. Melee, I got the punch in first. Alright, there is big boys here in the middle. And look at this! Excuse you, what are you doing, Pocket? What are you doing, Pocket? Huh? Why did you ult that? What are you doing, Viscus? What are you doing? Oh, you knocked me in the hole? Oh no. Viscus is rolling around doing no damage. He is stunning though. And we're gonna counter ult. Oh man. Oh, I'm in the veil. Okay, you're dead. It's a little hard to hit him, though. Do I get that grab? No. Okay, leave. We ulted. We did our part. The ult was a defensive ult. I hate to do those, but it was necessary to not die and give them 400 souls. So not a lot lost. Our team didn't capitalize on it. Our team didn't collapse on them. They went and did their own shit like they're doing in purple lane. And again, that's solo queue in a nutshell. It doesn't matter what elo you're in. I'm not going to shot call. I'm not going to be a team leader. I'm not going to be that guy on voice, but like, hey guys, everybody group up on me. I don't give a shit about that. I don't want to do that. If I use voice chat, it's to talk about memes and stupid crap about politics or something and rile people up and get their blood boiling. It's not to play the video game, right? Okay. Alright, I'm just half kidding, guys. Just calm down, just chill. It's alright. Our next buy, Titanic Magazine. Let's get it. Let's go back to base and get that, because that is a huge quality of life improvement. There we go. Titanic Mag, and then Majestic Leap is going to... we need to go save Yellow Lane. I don't think we save it. Maybe.
Our yellow walker is under attack.
Uppercut your ass. I was gonna say something else, but I decided not to because I'm recording a YouTube video, right? But yeah, look at that. Saved Yellow Lane. We don't even have ult. Let's get that last point into hook so that we have cooldown on it. And he's leaving. He's like, nah, I ain't fighting Bebop. Screw that. And look at Pocket's farming. He's at 12k. I'm at 19k. I have a full buy over him, right? A full, huge item over him. There is not any farm here in Yellow Lane. I'm going back. I don't have the speed boost anymore, sadly. Our next buy is Majestic Leap. Very important to get that. They did increase the cooldown on it, but this allows us to hover in the sky as high as possible and shoot our laser beams. So that no more pesky Grey Talon floating above us, no more Vindicta floating above us. Did I mention that this enemy team comp is like the worst possible team comp you can absolutely ever get as a Bebop? Specifically for this build guide, yes. I am showing you the worst of the worst. Instead of people that cherry pick videos to make it look good, I do it to make it look bad. Real bad. And yeah, blue lane's gone. So, blue walker, I guess. There's some juicy farm there. The McGinnis is choosing to ignore it. For what? Okay, now she's rotating. Now she's oh, I'm in a trap. Anyway, I'm gonna farm the creeps here. And yes, there is a Grey Talon. He's doing something. I know he's above me. I know he's right there. Uppercut. Ooh, dead. That's he's just out of position. Like, he shouldn't even be there. That shouldn't have. I should not have even received that kill at all. Like, that's just a freebie. Like, an absolute freebie. But I'm at 20k at 19 minutes, so I'm doing alright. You know, 1k per minute, basically, is where you want to be at. And, yeah, I still feel like I'm behind, though. Just because I'm only at 2-0 for one. And, I haven't farmed as heavily or as hard as I've been wanting to. But that's okay, because we have Ricochet. We have all the items. And, ooh, is that? That's an Vindicta. She's over there jungling? Is she jungling? What is she doing? She's in the middle? Me and Hayes just kind of chilling? She left. Okay, she's gone. Time for jungle. No one's here. Unless it's bait. I love the baits. Where it's like you leave on the rails. You make sure the enemy sees you leave on the rails. Then you come right back and kill them. It's so funny to do. It doesn't work in high elo. Because it's a waste of time. But it's still fun. It's still so funny, man. You gotta do funny shit in video games. You'll have way more fun and make stupid memories. Don't just play the meta slave bullcrap all the time. You gotta do stupid crap. Just wild, outlandish stuff. And, yeah, there she is. Can I yoink her? Aw, man. I want to touch those feet. Alright. No bare feet jokes aside. Let's, get the mid buff. Get some jungle going. How's our Shiv doing? Our McGinnis is 12k. Oh, no. Forced 50 much? Forced 50? That's whenever the game forces you to lose by giving you a shit teammate because you've been winning too much. It happens. It's in video games. It's in literally every modern game, Valve games included, right? Otherwise, the matchmaking would be so bad and random, no one would ever have fun except the very top percent. Or people that watch my videos. They would have lots of fun. Okay. Let's push the creep wave. Get that. Look how easy that is to farm. It's so smooth. It's so smooth. Everyone's all over fighting in yellow lane, and we're over in purple. There's a Vindicta. She has 22k, so she's a little bit of a dangerous woman. She's a scary woman, right? She's a little spooky ghost girl. We don't want to tussle with that muscle. But we can get the Spirit Walker. That's free money. That'll let us get our next buy. Yeah, there we go. That's easy money. I don't even need to deny it. I don't need to secure it. Because there's no one there to deny it. So, easy money. Next buy is Mystic Reverb. We absolutely want this because this is going to give our ultimate slow. And at this point, I really like to start team fighting. Also, why is no one getting the green farm? Look at that farm on green. There goes 7. He's a little behind. He's not awake. He's asleep at the wheel. Mystic Reverb, we're putting this on Hyperbeam. Very cool. And again, you may think, well, that's a waste. You should put it on Sticky Bomb. No. Because we're not going to be landing sticky bombs on the enemy to slow them. We would have to be up in their face to do that. That's not gonna happen. Sticky Bomb is just a jungle creep thing that we use, right? That's all we really use it for. Whereas our ultimate, that is how we're gonna slow people and hold them down for our team to hopefully capitalize on if they're not asleep at the wheel like they currently are. Oh, look at this juicy, beautiful farm. Oh, too late, 7. Well, maybe not. I mean, yeah, I think he got a bunch of that. Bummer. I mean, it's fine. You know, he could use it. You know, he's a hungry boy. He's at 21k. He's almost at 22k to match the 22 minutes. Purple has a big old pile of people. And if I go there and ult, there's no one there to do anything about it. Like, but why not? Or why don't we sit back and see if they push? I wasted my speed dash for this. Here comes McGinnis. 12k McGinnis. 16k. She got a little bit more farm. She got a little bit. Hayes, are you doing okay? What is this? A little pocket just rolled up to me like a little lost puppy and died. Oops. I'm gonna chase that. I'm chasing. I don't know where they went. Damn, they went mid somewhere, I guess. I don't know, but all right, that's a 30-second cooldown. Oh no, there he is. He hid away. Where are you at, Lash? They're all dead. I didn't get any assists. Why did they leave the souls? Why did they just leave the souls, bro? That's money. That's like 3 creep kills, bro. Why? I'll take it. I didn't deserve it. I didn't earn it. I'll take it though. It's so silly. People are so silly in this game, man. I'll tell you what. All right, get my crates. My crate farm. Oh boy, we're farming them crates. Yeah. Alright, we have 5k right now. There's nothing left to farm in purple at all. Blue lane is getting juicy, though. It's getting plump. We got Mystic Slow. We're going to grab that before we go anywhere, because, again, it doubles up with Mystic Reverb. And we want... I didn't mean to ult! Damn it! I bought this, and I was going to allocate it to 4, but it's not an item you allocate to a skill. And so I just pushed forward and ulted. Thanks, game. You shouldn't be able to use skills with your buy menu open. That's dumb. Fix it, Valve. There's a Viscus nearby. What are you doing, Viscus? What are you doing, brother? Where are you going? Oh, yeah, you gonna do a little cube action? That's okay. I can't hold you down yet. Oh, hello. My team is nowhere to be found. So, yeah. Are you gonna ult me? I'm gonna line of sight you inside the building if you ult me, Lash. Like, hello. Hello. What are you doing? I am full silenced? Okay. I just go around this. I'm dead from snipe. I'm out of position. Let's just face it. I'm out of position. My team is also dead, so that's why a lot of them didn't show up. But, hey, it is what it is, right? Who did I die from? I died from the 5-1 Vindicta. Okay, so I'm at 31k. The highest farm on their team is 30k. I'm doing all right. It's first death of the match. We got Mr. 10 deaths here, 5, 9, 4, and 4. Again, we're only behind 4 kills. We're only behind 2,000 souls. Pretty even match so far. I've got my slow build ready for my ultimate, so I can hold them down. Next upgrade is damage. We're gonna get all of that damage, and when we laser people, they die. They melt. They absolutely turn to dust. Assuming they don't catch up on farm and build tanky. But right now, we have the Shiv. 26k Shiv. 26 minutes, that's fine. Fighting the 25k Grey Talon. Grey Talon flies, though. A little hard for Shiv to deal with, but it's still possible. My game wouldn't let me move for a sec there. Let's see. Let's go farm jungles, because that's what we do. We go farm the jungle and try to get these perma buffs. We want to stack as many perma buffs as possible. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and farm these bad boys. And you can see we farm really, really, really fast when we have the right items. And let's use our Mystic Leap to get to the next jungle here. There is this one. Go ahead and smash. Laser that. Get the buff. And again, big jungle, very important, because this is like 1,000 almost, usually. Go ahead and just tickle all the enemies down by a percentage. And yeah, there we go, got them. So that was like 800, 900, I think. Again, we want to get all the crates, all the perma buffs, and farm as much as we can here. Next up, there's not a lot of farm in purple lane, but we will... Let's just go down here and smash some crates, see what we can get. Go ahead and get some more crates. Get the perma buffs. Didn't look like we got any permas, sadly. Mid is also... There's not a lot going on here. There's a couple jungles we can clear, but nothing big. Just these... They changed this room, by the way. It's no longer a rope room. I guess because people never went up it, so they're like, we gotta change it so it's more interactable. They added stairs, and yeah, I think it's cooler. I think it's better. It's a little less fight friendly. It was way easier to escape on rope than it is upstairs, honestly. But yeah, let's go and smash these. They give perma buffs. That's why we're doing it. It's not the best souls per minute. Also, there's teamfight in yellow. I know. I'm over here farming. Okay. But, yeah. The enemy has quite a souls lead now, apparently. Yellow needs help. Well, I'm not going to go solo yellow, and the enemy kind of backed off a bit. So I'm going to keep jungling over here. Go ahead and just clear this room out. Get these perma buffs. Get these souls. Get farmed up. That's the goal. No defense. No Chick-fil-A sauce. Oh, man. Memes, they rot in my head forever, and they never go away. Even from, like, the early 2000s, when it wasn't even called memes, it was called fads. Does anyone remember that? Let's start upgrading our explosive uppercut, even though we don't ever use it for anything, really, anymore at this point. But yeah, they didn't push yellow in. They backed off after winning that team fight for some reason. Good times. Alright, so there we go. Cleared that jungle up. Let's get these jars while we reload a little bit. Ooh, ammo. Look at that. We're getting all the ammo buffs today. Not that we really need... They don't do too much for us, but let's stop the creep wave here. Creep waves are, like, more spread out than they used to be. They used to be more compact. I guess it's a stealth nerf to Ricochet, but we still use and need Ricochet. Now, there's another team fight going on over in green, and I feel like if I don't get there and help, they're just going to die again. But we have escalating exposure. That's going to give us a lot of damage. And now that we have the damage and the slow, our ultimate is, well, it's all good. Now we're just going to build cooldown reduction. Let's see what we can do here. And, okay, goodbye, Vindicta. If you don't seek cover, she seek cover. Goodbye, yeah. I didn't do my Mystic Leap correctly. Look at my team. They don't chase. They don't do anything. So now I have to leave because they're going to re-engage and kill me if I fucking stay. So, yeah, gotta leave. Gotta go back to farming. Wow. That was fun. We'll do that in another minute. And when we get cooldown reduction, we'll do that every 40 seconds. But until then, it's back to the jungles, baby. Alright, so... Again, just jungle, jungle, jungle. I want to get the souls from the crates. There we go. And, alright, so we are jungling here. Getting those kills, getting that farm, getting these perma buffs that... Well, that one didn't have any. Shame on you, Jar. At 30 minutes, it's now 30 minutes. The golden jars give even more powerful perma buffs, so it's very important that you crack them open. Look at that, 2.5% fire rate. Also, our ult is up in 30 seconds. There's another team fight in green, which our team is now getting melted by. Nothing I can do. What am I gonna go do? Left click for them? Go left click some enemies down? No, that's stupid, right? And we're breaking the crates. We're getting the jars. We're getting perma buffs. See, we're making progress while they're over there feeding and dying. All right. So look at my farm right now. Look at my farm. It is at 39k at 30 minutes. So pretty good stuff, right? The whole enemy farm, there's a 37k, there's a 34k, my team, 28, 29k. Bebop's side questing, apparently. See, they're going to start talking shit. And they're going to do this, and don't let it bug you. But I just got my ult back, and we got superior cooldown, so that's our next buy. I'm going to go ahead and get that. Now, when we do ult, and I kind of did it fast there, but I put superior cooldown on Hyperbeam, by the way. But we just have a Shiv up, and if I ult here, he's not going to be able to make a play on that, right? But let's see what happens, actually. Okay, so we killed him, so, and then we will hold this guy down. Look how slow he is. Look how freaking slow he is. He's dead, too. So we just straight up killed 2 people with our ult. So, there we go. And now, they're going to have to apologize. And normally, if I wasn't filming a YouTube video, I would be like, okay, you're going to apologize for that comment, and I need a handwritten apology. I need you to take a screenshot with your phone or webcam or whatever you got. And until you give me a handwritten apology, I'm just not going to help you anymore. And they'll rage, and they'll bitch and moan, but I'll still go and blow stuff up for them, you know. It's just, no one's ever done it. No one's ever did the handwritten apology thing, and one day they're gonna do it, and I'm gonna have it recorded, and it's gonna be an epic YouTube moment, you know? But yeah, good shit. Alright, Toxic Bullets coming up, Slowing Bullets also. That's gonna start enhancing our left click, our auto attack, so to speak. And then we can hold them down without our ultimate, and we become the ultimate Bebop struggle snuggle machine, okay? There you go, I said it. The struggle snuggler build. Oh, Valve, no ban, please. No ban, YouTube. Okay. We're farming. Look at our look at that. That is Ricochet. Ricochet did that. Right? So good. And Ricochet is gonna like debuff all the enemies we hit them with. It's gonna be so grand and so great. We just have to get the souls to farm it. You can see there. I've already got Toxic Bullets and Slowing Bullets. We can go Secret Shop now. However, someone left the damn gamble machines up here uncleared. So let's go get those perm buffs. Get those perm buffs. You need them. Always be stacking your perms. Alright, and my team's just gonna die again and blame me for not being there. Just babysit them. I'm not a babysitter Bebop. I am Debuffer Bebop. So it's quite the opposite. It's like anti-babysitting. Like baby sabotaging of sorts. Oh, jeez. Our final upgrade into Explosive Uppercut has been reached. Get the perm buffs, get the souls. Look at our soul farm. It's so good. It's just so good. 48k, man. 48k. Toxic Bullets, Slowing Bullets. Lucky Shot is next. That's even more slow. And after that is Inhibitor, which is even more slow when we left click. It's all damage. We can start melting their carries. I'm going to Majestic Leap over to Purple, and I failed because I wall jumped instead. Oops. Oopsies. But hey, Purple's still good. We're still going to make that farm. We're still going to reach it in time. And we got a little baby jungle to clear. Look at that. Jungle cleared in 1 second. Kill all the creeps. Got him. Big money, big farm. Alright, we got some jungle respawns right behind us, actually. And again, while you're jungling, you gotta make sure you don't die. Also, there's a Pocket pushing. Pocket is 33k. I'm at 49k. We have a disconnect. Our Abrams is like, see you later. Right? So he's out. It's now 5v6. This got even more difficult, but hey, let's farm. Again, look at this juicy lane we're about to encroach upon. And there we go. Look at all that farm. Not quite enough yet for Lucky Shot, but we're going to get there. We're going to get it. And what about the enemy team? Let's go mid. Why? No. Let's not go mid. Let's go purple lane. Look at Purple. Purple is pushing. Purple is the money. But they cannot see the money, but I can see the money. Right? It's dollar signs. It's souls. It's lighting up on the mini-map. It's like, come feed, Bebop. It's time. It's time for feeding. Feeding time is here. I'm like, yes, absolutely. And look at that. We have Lucky Shot. That's all it took. We just rotated one lane, farmed one set of creeps. Boom, we got our item. Look at that. We're at 51k, 35 minutes in. No one is matching Master Who. Pause the game. A little late there. Master Who. 30 and 7, 31k at 35 minutes. Fail. You're borderline disconnected, so he's failed. Let's see. 1, 2, 3... They have 4 failures on the team. 40 versus 46, they got more kills. Soul lead, we have a 5k soul lead. I'm on pause, and I don't want to sit here on a pause screen. I'm recording a YouTube video, and I would be in voice, like, trolling the hell out of these people. But no, there is no waiting on this guy. He's gone. He literally rage quit. All right, Lucky Shot time. Now our left click hurts really, really good. We also slow like crazy. I'm going to boost to this team fight, which is actually in green lane. What can I do here? I wasted my Majestic Leap. I have to rooftop snipe, I guess. Hello, creep. Well, I can't even hit that. They're like over here, and I can't get any higher. Okay, so they got a pick, it looks like. I don't know why she's ulting. I don't know why I'm ulting, but I think I got that. Oh, I got that, dude. Oh, Lash, you're... I'm sorry, dude. I shouldn't have gotten that kill. That is not a kill that I deserve to get. But I did end up getting... Our left click's deadly now. We can just go in. We don't have to wait on ults anymore. But it looks like they kind of cleaned it up anyway. The enemy team's dead. We could take mid-boss. I could probably solo mid-boss with my build at this point. If I go mid-boss, no one's going to come anyway, and I just don't want to... I don't know. If the enemy gets mid-boss, I can delay us winning for just a little bit longer. Maybe. Make the video a little more interesting. Show off the full build. That's kind of the goal with my videos, is to show off the full build, because I want to show you how it works and why it works and how it works, and I already said how it works, but, you know, show you how it works twice. Fuck it, why not? Let's go. As I do a big Mario jump, huh? Right? Yeah, we're role-playing, you know, don't sue Nintendo, please. Right? I'm so sue happy. Man, that's like the downside of Nintendo and, like, Metallica and shit, and when you start suing everybody, fuck you, like, why can't, okay, some rich firm needs to hire poor people to just do shit to get sued, and because they're poor, they have nothing to sue over. Like, oh, okay, like for me, for instance, I have no money. Oh, you're gonna sue me? Okay, what are you gonna sue me for? I don't have any money. Okay. Like, what the hell is that gonna do? Well, you can't buy a house or a car anymore. Well, I'm never gonna have enough money to buy those anyway, so it doesn't freaking matter, right? Like, oh, don't steal our IP or intellectual property. Okay. Well, yeah. Like, I would be so crazy. Like, if they sued me, right? Like, say Nintendo or somebody, and I just show up and I'm like, yeah, hey, what's up? I'm gonna be representing myself, and I'm just gonna be like farting the whole time, eat a whole bunch of beans, just fart in the courtroom. Hey, court reporter, write that down, right? Walk over to the jury and just like let out a big fat rip. They have to sit there and smell it. They can't leave. Maybe the judge will get a recess. Oh man, then that's just more time for me to load up on more beans. I'm sitting there in the break room at the judge courthouse. I'm like just shoveling beans in a can. They're like, man, this guy's eating beans. What's he doing? I'll be like, I brought a whole backpack full of beans. Let's go. Right? They'll have to call contempt of court from being too gassy. Hey, what is that? There's just a Grey Talon. Hello, Grey Talon. Nice to meet you. He does hurt pretty bad. I don't like it. He's gonna owl me now. I'm in an alleyway. Please follow me. Please follow me into the alleyway. I want you to follow me. Well, he wouldn't. Come on, I'm over here. You can see me. I just touched a creep. I'm literally here for the taking. Yeah, Grey Talon hurts. He's also, you know, I got inhibitor next, so he won't be hurting as much. So that was Grey Talon without inhibitor, and let's fight him again with inhibitor, and you're gonna see he no longer is a scary boy. Can I just kill someone here? I'm wall jumping. I'm jumping around. Nope, they're all gone. Sad day. I want to catch them out. Cash me outside, as that one woman who's now a multimillionaire said. Like, everyone, like, you think she's stupid, right? But she got on that Dr. Phil show. She said, cash me outside, and everyone loved it. And now she's a millionaire. And then that other woman, she said Hawk Tua on that thing, and she's a millionaire. So, guys, what can we say as men to be millionaires on a stupid show or a TikTok reel or whatever the fuck? You know. Like, what is the magic genie word to say to get rich? I want to know it. Alright? I must... Oh, there's like a big team fight in green. And we could just go to that, because we have Majestic Leap. We can't get super airborne, though. But maybe we get a grab. Ooh, grabbed her. Grabbed him. Revenge. Revenge. I want to grab Vindicta, though. That's the one I want to grab. I want to yoink her. Oh, give me those bare feet. Yeah, let's get it. She's going to fly away, though. And she's still dead. It doesn't matter. And then she... oh, that's Pocket. Hello, Pocket. Hello, Harry Potter with a shotgun. These guys are shooting me. I'm just going to ult them. What are you gonna... Like, that's not a stun. That's a root, for one. So I'm just sweeping. I'm just taking out the laundry here. Just cleanse by laser. I'm going to reload here. Mystic Leap. Mystic Leap. Get the juke grab. Remember, I slow him down when I shoot him. And yeah, he's a roly boy, but again, he's too slow. He can't get away. And there we go. That's Pocket's back, apparently. He's back again, Slim Shady style. Who hates Trump for some reason. What's up with that? Up, and yeah, you're slow now. And now you're dead. You got slapped by a big Abrams boy. So that's the game. Like, that's literally the game over for them. But I don't want it to end, because I want to show off the other items. So we have Diviner's Kevlar, combines with our ult, gives us bullet and spirit shield, gives us spirit power when we ult, some more damage. More damage, more tankiness, also cooldown reduction. Then we have Soul Rebirth. In case we die, we come right back up, and if they don't tickle us immediately, we Majestic Leap to safety. I think like my team just wins here, but maybe they'll get pushed back and die. We'll see. So we can continue farming and exploring this wonderful build of ours. But at the same time, I can just do okay, we'll one. So there you go. Anyway, I went 8-1, pretty damn good. Not much of a stomp, pretty even fight. I mean, we got pretty ahead here at the end. You know, my teammates, some good, some bad, whatever. Most souls. Good enough damage for someone split pushing and being a lane cleaner and a jungler, I guess. You know, it could have been better. At the game, once the game goes beyond 40 minutes, we get the rest of our build, and we just melt, and kill everything. So, that's the video. That's the guide. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments. And I read every single comment. No life, no friends, no family. I know. But with that said, also, click the video on the right side of your screen. And if you don't, in the next 2 weeks, you're going to accidentally drop your drink and spill it everywhere. And you're like, man, I should have clicked that video.